From the Central Western Washington area, Choice Regional Health Network presents the Equity Circle podcast, a place for information with integrity, accountability, and innovation. Enjoy the episode. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Equity Circle podcast. Thank you for joining us today. We really do appreciate it. So, today is our final episode for our mini series on safe tips for the holidays. Really have appreciated you listening, and I know we've kind of just taken a little bit of a step back. We've had quite a bit of conversations about COVID-19 and the vaccine, and of course, we want to continue to make sure that people are safe. And so that is why we did start this mini series, but we also wanted to just take a step back and recognize that it is the holiday season. It is a time that, as we explored with Zach, it can be a difficult time for those. It can also be a joyous time, like seeing family, as we talked about in Amanda's episode. And so today really is just this idea of compassion. So we'll get into that a little bit today. It's going to be a shorter episode. But first, I would just ask if you could please leave us a review, share it with your friends and family, subscribe to our podcast. It would just really help others find the podcast. We really do appreciate it. So, as I said, today is going to be a shorter episode. Really, I just want to talk about this idea of compassion. I know that this last 2 years, it's hard to believe how quickly things have gone, and just how much we as humans have gone through in this last couple of years. And I think it's really important for us, just as we talk about safe tips for the holidays. I think one thing that's just important to remember is to have compassion on one another. I think a lot of us are going through really challenging times. I know that we don't always agree on things as humans, right? When it comes to a lot of things, and we've definitely seen a lot of tension over the last couple of years. But I think one of the things that we uh, want to highlight and share is this idea of compassion. It's just trying to help see things from someone else's perspective, and even finding ways to be generous to others, or finding ways to um, simply just do whatever you can to help someone out, just to help out another human in need. And so I think it's really important that we focus on that as we go into the holidays, as we start spending time with family, as we see friends, as we, as Amanda shared, go and see family that you haven't seen for a couple of years. And, you're navigating who feels comfortable getting together, who feels comfortable wearing masks or not wearing masks. Of course, we do encourage people to get vaccinated and to get your booster shots. We want to highlight that. But I think what's really important is that regardless of who we're interacting with, if it's someone from the house's community or if it's one of our friends and family, that we are acting from that notion of compassion and understanding and empathy, and really just really seeing that from their perspective. So I think that's one of the biggest things that I wanted to focus on today. As we come to a close with our mini series, is I think that this idea of compassion can really translate to a lot of areas of our life and really help us help ourselves as we have compassion and grace on ourselves, as well as having compassion and grace for others during this time, and helping us get through it. So it's simple, but I think it's something that can be extremely powerful as well. I did want to mention that we are going to be taking a 2 week break. So, as we are releasing this today on the 16th of December, we'll take off the 23rd and 30th, and we'll be returning in January to have a whole new series and discussions around COVID-19, as well as discussions about other things related to equity. So that will be released on January 6th at 5 p.m. All of our episodes continue to release at 5 p.m. on Thursdays. So be on the lookout for that. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday season. I wish you a Merry Christmas if you celebrate that, and I hope you enjoy time with friends and family. Remember to be compassionate to one another and to yourselves. Thank you so much for listening to the Equity Circle podcast, and please share it with friends and family. Leave us a review, subscribe, and like the podcast. And lastly, remember that equity equals